Glow Yard. Hey, we made it to summer. Let's get it. We made it to the finals, but we out for the summer. What an exciting season, what's next, I wonder. Relle and King with the Glow Yard on Playback. When October comes, he said, Nico, run it back. We made it to the storm and we almost got the chip. We had some tough games, but now we ain't quit. We saw them boys come together, others fall apart. But most important thing, we saw our teams got heart. Luka making records and Kyrie making moves. When there's breaking news, Relle and King got it figured. When you wanna see some damn perspective views, when you on YouTube, make you know who to shoot. Whether you wanna talk or vent or who's who, just keep it respectful to my Glow Yard crew. At WTN, just to speak to the panel, and welcome to the We Talk Mavs channel. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. When October.
Let me drink this real quick, man.
Hey, Coca-Cola, if you want to sponsor us.
I mean, that's the old school one too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hold on, King. We forgot to do this for the peoples, man.
Warning: shots will be fired during this presentation.
So I got my Lucas shirt on today, man. Superhero mode today, man. Listen, YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners, all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs, members only edition. man. What a morning so far, man. So far, what a morning, man. Listen, man. Got a lot to cover today, man. A lot of nonsense being spewed. You know how that go, man. Summertime is going to be a lot of that going around because ain't nothing else to talk about. It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
As y'all know, the training camp getting ready to start here in about, 3 weeks now? 2-3 weeks? Media day is, I believe, the week before training camp. I could be wrong. But listen, man, we're going to get into all that, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. It's your boys, Relle and King. Listen, man. We're glad y'all here. Shout out to the members, man, for showing love to the channel in that special way. So we about to get into it. King, are you ready, man?
I am, bro. I'm ready now.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. But before we do that, man, let's show some love to the sponsors of this channel, man.
Before we continue, we want to give a special shout out to FANATICS for hooking the channel up with a personalized link for you guys and ladies to get all of your official NBA Dallas Mavericks merchandise and apparel. If you're interested in helping the channel at all, please scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link in the description. We appreciate all of the continued support, and big thanks go out to FANATICS once more for hooking us up over here at We Talk Mavs.
Yes, sir, guys. It is never, and ladies, I'm sorry, it's never too late to copy some brand new Dallas Maverick merch, man. As y'all know, season is literally right around the corner, man. We are almost there, y'all. So be the perfect time to go ahead and copy some new merch, man, and represent your team. All right, King. Oh, also, the description box below has the link, guys. So go ahead and click on that. It takes you right to FANATICS. Like I said, not only does it help you get your new merch, but it also helps the channel out in a special way. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's go ahead and get into these. I guess we classify these as news and rumors, bro. ESPN, King. Listen, man, they strike again. A particular former basketball player. I think you got his jersey starts impressing your closet. You've been champion for this person to be a Hall of Famer. Has been saying some things this whole offseason, man. Not just obviously, he's been saying stuff, man, ever since he signed that contract with ESPN. I don't know if he's serious about some of the stuff he says or he's trying to make a name for himself. Either way, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's idiotic, whatever word you want to use. And we're going to touch on that here, man. Got a couple clips I want you to listen to, King. Let's go ahead and let the folks hear these clips, man, and then we're going to get into it, man. Clip number one, King. Prepare yourself.
I'm going to go with Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. here's why, right? Like, is Klay Thompson really going to turn back the hands of time, right? Is he going to be that guy that's going to consistently knock down shots? And then Luka, we saw last season, when he got to the NBA Finals, some could argue that Luka somewhat ran out of gas. He's going to put up the numbers because he's going to have the ball in his hands. When it comes down to scoring, he's going to get his volume of shots. When it comes down to the assists, he's going to make plays because now he got those lob threats. And when his rebound, he's one of the, if not one of the best rebounding guards/wings in the game. But I'm looking at the Mavs, and no one is really fearing them right now. I mean, got people getting better. I expect Minnesota to come out be better, and I expect the Lakers and so forth to be better. So I would have to look at the Dallas Mavericks. It's a reason that they wasn't top 5 on that list for as title contenders for as favorites.
That's clip number 1, King. This is clip number 2.
KD and Steph have combined for 7 MVPs, and ESPN Bet doesn't give any of the 3 icons great odds to make it 8. They are all outside the top 10 MVP favorites, a group that's led actually by Luka Doncic at plus 350, followed by Nikola Jokic at plus 375, and then Giannis, SGA, and Joel Embiid. So, Perk, there are 9 active players with an MVP trophy at their, chest in like their nice little offices. Who has the best chance to make it 10 by winning their first MVP this season?
The young man that we've been comparing to Michael Jordan, the young man that actually took his team to the Western Conference Finals, the young man that knocked off the defending champs out of the postseason. His name Anthony Edwards. And look, I think right now, from watching what I saw last year, especially in the Olympics, Anthony Edwards is out to go get his. He wants to win, but this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he leads the league in scoring, to be honest with you. He's just not waiting on anyone. And again, I know he wants to win the championship. He has said that time and time again. But Anthony Edwards also wants to stack up those individual accolades. Anthony Edwards also wants to be the future face of the NBA. And in order to get to that route, he knows, just like everybody else, you got to go get that MVP.
Now, you remember when I told you it's very irresponsible for ESPN to be spewing nonsense because it bleeds over to other folks? I want you to check this out, King.
Points, 6 assists. Everyone else a dud. Kyrie had 12, then 16 points. Kai bounced back game 3, combining for 62 at Luka, but everyone else scored 37 points. It was so inconsistent, they need more offense. So in theory, Klay Thompson is the perfect addition. Second best shooter of all time, gets open shots with the focus on Kyrie and Luka. 4 titles, 5-time All-Star. But in reality, all of that was in the past. Klay is coming off his worst season since his second year in the league. 18 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. He's 35 years old, off an Achilles and ACL injury. What are the chances Klay rolls back the clock and is consistent throughout the playoffs? Honestly, that signing might be one of the most overrated things to happen this summer. A good idea in practice, but Dallas will be lucky if it pays.
Always Coca-Cola. King, what is on your mind, man?
Right.
As you hear disrespect steady being spewed about this team, man.
Let me attack things one at a time. I guess.
Yep, I'm gonna do that too.
First and foremost, Kendrick Perkins is trying to get an Emmy. I think I talked about that last time. With characters on shows, they try to win awards. So he's a character on the show, and he's trying to win an Emmy. All praises to him. Kudos and all of that. He's actually entertaining. I think Kendrick Perkins is very entertaining, actually. He's not a lot of times factual, but he's very entertaining. But secondly, he talked about Luka running out of gas, some could say, and he still can get his stuff. Who led the playoffs? Who led the finals in points, rebounds, assists, and steals?
Who led the playoffs and all that?
Yeah,
It was Luka.
The playoffs, but who led the finals? Just go to the finals since he ran out of gas. Luka
I believe it was Luka.
Okay. So if that's happening, I don't know how he ran out of gas per se. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. It's Kendrick Perkins saying what he's going to say about the Mavs, and the first video I don't even get, bro. Like he just just down in the Mavs because that's it. Because you feel me, like, well, that does give me Tim Bontemps feelings from a couple years ago, though. Pause. When he said what he said, and I'm like, hell no, Tim Bontemps, you're wild. But I really don't believe this one about Kendrick. Like I told you, I feel like this is probably the best team the Mavericks have ever had. Like and if I believe that I'm standing behind it, Kendrick Perkins, not Kendrick. But that's the first video. Second video, he said Anthony Edwards. It's fine. He's entitled to have his own opinion. But the way he addressed Anthony Edwards, he said that the guy that actually took his team to the Western Conference Finals. He said the guy that actually took his team to the Western Conference Finals and lost to another dude who's a favorite. Took his team to the finals and led the playoffs, like we just said, in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. But Kendrick it's too easy, bro. Just watching the video, like, wow, bro, like you really said it out loud. But I mean, Anthony Edwards was the best player on the Olympic team? No, LeBron won that award, right? Okay.
Last time I checked, they had 3 players that were better than him in the Olympics.
I was going to get to that. So he was like the 4th or 5th guy, right? On that Olympic team. That's where he was going at. Okay, so
in other words, he's a role player for the Olympic team.
But on the Olympics, he's coming off of blood and all, and that's what Kendrick Perkins saw. He's Captain America for ESPN, bro. Like that's Kendrick Perkins' job now. I think he's found his niche with doing that, and people, get animated and upset when he talks about America and puts down anything, I guess, foreign. So that's his thing with that one. That's the first 2. Number 3, man, Casey on AM Hoops. I'm usually an AM Hoops guy. Same thing like Tucker. Tucker usually, other than his Maverick opinions, I'm usually a Tucker guy. But I don't know what AM Hoops is on. AM Hoops actually used to do like major reporting, I believe.
For Spurs.
Yeah, so maybe he's just trying to grab onto something to make, have a hot take that maybe makes sense in this season. Because I told you, I think this might be the Mavericks' revenge season, and this might be a season where it's kind of boring. I've said that multiple times, but they're trying to make, hot takes to say different things. And he said Clay last year had his worst season since his second year. I remember on these member-only shows arguing with folks about Klay Thompson and Tim Hardaway Jr. and saying that even last year, if that's his worst year since his second year, if we had that Klay Thompson on our team, we jump for joy and want Klay Thompson to get a statue. So it's just little details and all of it they're trying to miss, but I don't know if they're trying to miss it. What they're trying to do, but hey, that means don't watch nothing Mav content. There you go. That's what it comes down to. I won't pay attention to either one of them for the Mavs. They'll be probably doing an apology video. Not Kendrick Perkins. AM Hoops probably getting an apology at some point, but Kendrick going to just fall on the sword and act like he didn't say what he said. So it is what it is, bro. But that's my opinion.
Hold on, let me go ahead and drink this.
Please do. I'm going to take a sip as well. Awesome.
Listen, man. Everybody sit tight. I'm about to go on a little mini rant here. Listen, man. I know you say, though, these guys are trying to get Emmys and all that stuff. That's nice. You said that they're here for entertainment value. That's nice. If I want to watch something for entertainment value, I go watch a movie.
Amen.
I go watch a television show. I don't you don't tune into ESPN for entertainment value. You tune into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, quote unquote, for insight. And I've said this a million times. I don't understand with the NBA. The NBA is the only sport that we make a mockery of the sport with some of the people who cover the sport.
Yep.
I can turn on CBS Sports in the morning, or I can turn on NFL Network or whatever channel that covers in the NFL, and I can get insightful information from these folks on the sport that they cover. Baseball, same way. Get insightful information. Not saying that they don't have anybody who just say stuff wrong, but for the most part, most of the people on their shows, on their networks, give you insightful information.
Hey, Smoltz is still smart, man.
I mean, yeah, he is. You just completely wrong with the Raiders last year, but still. but I can respect his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't do stuff for, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't do stuff for entertainment value or to get an engagement up for their channel or their network or whatever. Like he don't do it for that reason. The NBA, people who cover the NBA, that's the only sport that does that, and I don't understand why that is. This is why nobody listens to these folks and take them serious, bro. I'm sorry. That's why I don't listen to them and take them serious. Like I said, these clips that I found these on Twitter. So shout out to the different people who post this idiotic stuff to show that how dumb they are. Appreciate you, because this gave us content. So back to what these dummies said, bro. Kendrick Perkins is a clown, bro. Let's just put it like that. He's a clown. Like you said, he's trying to find a niche. Instead of you being as insightful as you can, as showing people that you actually are a student and watch the games, you decide to dispute some of the stupidest stuff I ever heard in my life. So it goes back to what me and you said a few shows back. It's like you got these folks, you got folks putting Dallas under Oklahoma City and Minnesota. And we keep asking folks, last time I checked, who went to the finals? They completely negate the Mavericks and act like what we did was nothing. Which is funny to me. What we did was an easy path. We didn't really do nothing to get to the finals. But yet, these are the same folks, Kendrick Perkins, for example. These are the same people who chose these other teams to beat us in every round that we were in. So now we beat these people that y'all picked. We didn't do anything. It was nothing. We didn't accomplish nothing. But yet, you come back this offseason, and now you still those same people that we beat, that you said we weren't going to beat, and we did beat. Now you're saying that they're better than us now.
Yep.
The part I don't understand is, King, like I said, this is why I don't understand how people can cover all 30 teams. I don't know how you could do that and be correct on it, bro. I don't know how you could do that. I've told you a million times. I don't like being definitive, giving my opinion definitive on teams that I don't watch every day. I don't watch the Hawks every day. I don't watch the Charlotte Hornets every day. I don't watch OKC every day. I don't watch those teams. So I'm not going to give you a definitive opinion about these teams. Could that be disingenuous of me to do that? Because ESPN does it every day.
Yep.
We see Tucker and other guys doing it every day on YouTube. We see them doing it every day. So what do I look like sitting there criticizing them for doing it, and then I turn around and do it? So that's why I stick to one team. It's easy for me to cover the Mavericks.
Yep.
Know the Mavericks in and out. Been following the team my whole life. I know this team in and out, right? It's easy for me to cover them. I don't know nothing about Chicago. I only know about what somebody told me. Unless I see it for myself. They tell me what's going on. I don't know.
I know I watch every Maverick game.
Exactly.
That's something I can say.
So that's why I say, man, like with these folks on ESPN and stuff, man, like I said, with Kendrick Perkins, man, it's I can't stress it enough to y'all, man. Like these folks are jokes, man. Like we gotta if you don't give these people the time of day, you take their power away. And I did not mean to rhyme, bro. I swear I didn't mean that to be a bar. But if you stop giving them the time of day, it takes their power away. I've said it a million times. We can't get mad at what they're saying about the Mavericks and then say, oh, yeah, they're right about the Atlanta Hawks or they're right about, the Indiana Pacers. Yep. I'm guaranteeing you Indiana Pacer fans are sitting there saying the same thing about them that we're saying right now about them with our team. It's like, yo, man, what the hell are you talking about? Okay. And it's like they give you when you listen to them, it's like you could tell, like, it sounds like something you either regurgitating or it's something that, like, I don't know how many times we've seen these people like pretty much say the same thing somebody else said before them, like on a show before them or a show before that person, show before that person. They just reword it in a different way. Yep. Right. And it's like, so y'all don't have individual thinking on these topics. Y'all just, ESPN gives you the script. Here, pass it around. Here you go. Pass it around the table. I want y'all to say this today. That's what I want everybody to say. I want everybody to say Luka is not an MVP candidate. I want everybody to say Luka is the 10th best player in the league. Whatever. Like, that's what they do. It's what it feels like they do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if that's the case, then why am I listening to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Because like I said before, you sitting there telling me something. You telling me one thing, but I'm seeing something different. Mm-hmm. man, Luka can't score 30 points. Wait, what? He just scored 30. I watched him score 30. No, he can't score 30.
Bro,
Wait, what?
It's not the worldwide leader in sports anymore.
It ain't, man.
We used to keep our TV. I used to keep my TV on ESPN, bro.
Oh yeah, remember we used to run home from school, bro. We used to run home after school. Don't do your homework. Throw your backpack to the side, bro, and sit Indian style in front of TV watching ESPN, bro. Remember, we used to wait till what was it 6? It was 6 o'clock?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
morning
one,
9 o'clock,
midday one, and the evening one.
Yeah, for Sports Center. Like you used to wait for that stuff, bro.
And then in the meantime, bro, when you didn't have a show to watch, and when you didn't have a show to watch, I'm just watching ESPN until I had something to watch on TV. Usually my TV went to ESPN. Now it's just like I said, it's entertainment, bro. We're in a different era of just television and all.
You remember when I told you this? I think we first got together. Remember I told you when they had those second cuts at ESPN folks. And remember, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I said on the lines of, did you notice who they cut? Notice some of the people they cut. And when I said, and I remember saying this, now watch the quality of ESPN now. Mm-hmm. Notice some of the people they cut from ESPN.
The insightful people.
Thank you, insightful, knowledgeable people. They cut those guys, and you keep clowns like Stephen A. Thank you. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
But it was two things on there you made me think about, refresh my memory about what Kendrick Perkins said when you were talking about it. One, remember when the Miami Heat made it to the finals of the 8th seed? The next year, a lot of folks were picking Miami to go back, weren't they?
Oh yeah, remember they came up to the conclusion like, yo, they didn't been there 2 out of the last 4 years, 3 years, or whatever it is. So
they were hurt.
Chances are,
and all that. Eric Spoelstra will get them there in the playoffs, and no matter what.
Bunch of undrafted and second round players, they gonna still get there. So they're gonna find a way.
They all were praising the Miami Heat next year, like they stay in the conference finals. The Mavericks 2 out of the last 3 years been in the conference finals, but the Miami Heat did the same thing. They'd be going back. Everybody loved them. Okay, that was one. Secondly, Kendrick Perkins said out of his mouth that nobody fears the Dallas Mavericks. That's funny because he's the only person that's told me that nobody's feared the Dallas Mavericks. We've had shout out to Chris Hendo and all that on the show talking about how much the Mavericks going to be great and all other folks I hear about the Mavericks. People saying that the Mavericks moves may be overrated. That means that they must be fearful because they're saying it may be overrated because people thinking that it's a great move. But that's another point. But also, Jason Tatum was just on the show. Jason Tatum, the NBA champion himself. And I believe he was asked who would be in the finals again this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm going to go, obviously, with ourselves, the Boston Celtics, as he should. They're the champions.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he said a rematch. The Dallas Mavericks will be in the finals. What that mean, bro?
Oh, they overrated.
Okay, I got you.
You know what's funny too. You know what's funny? He said that. Now, was it also the same Kendrick Perkins that was killing people for calling? This is after, of course, this is after they lost to us in the West Conference Final, by the way. What is also the same Kendrick Perkins that was killing people for calling Ant Michael Jordan?
Yep.
So now you back to calling him Michael Jordan, and he's on a mission, and he gonna win. Matter of fact, what's Ant's highest scoring average, King?
25 now this year. He finally got to 25. I think this year is first time. Right?
Either 25 or 26.
Yeah, something like that. But I think this is his first year getting over 25 points a game.
Yes, it is, King. I could be wrong. Didn't Luka average anywhere from 28 to 29 points his second year?
Luka has never averaged less than 27 points a game other than his first year.
Okay, gotcha.
And the one year he was at 27, he was in high 27s.
So this man he had a scoring title this past season.
First white guy almost, by the way.
He almost got it last year. I'm just trying to figure out, if you're telling me this is Ant's first time scoring over 25 points, Luka has not scored less than 27 points since his rookie year. This is not going on year 7, his rookie year. So how all of a sudden did Ant all of a sudden just is going to make this leap over a guy who's constantly giving you 30 every year?
Remember they did the same thing with Ja Morant. We were like, man, this was Ja Morant first year averaging over 25 points a game, and he was doing all that. And Luka had already averaged it maybe like 4 times over.
Also, too, this kind of shows me that what we've been saying, they're trying their best. They're trying. They want Ant to be the face of the league, bro. They want him to be the face of the league so bad.
Bro, it's a catch-22, though. I'm going to explain it to you. and I hate when Kendrick doing this because it's a brother that this is about to happen to.
They setting him up.
They setting him up to fail. You just said it earlier about the way he was crucifying them after they lost to the Mavericks about not being Jordan and all. You said
I listen, and that's why I didn't kill Ant. I didn't kill Ant. You heard, go back to watch that video. I didn't kill Ant. I said, bro, they set this man up to fail, bro. Calling him Jordan and all that stuff, bro. Jordan was getting 26, bro, as a freshman in high school. Like
Jordan had Kobe Bryant's MVP season his rookie year.
Thank you. Like, what are we talking about here? He didn't have 30 his rookie year. What was it, 28, 29 points a game?
28 years.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you should have compared him to D Wade. That's who you should have compared him to. Compare him to D Wade. That's more his range.
D Wade,
you're not Jordan,
bro. Those dudes.
Yeah, like you don't put him in the Jordan category, bro. You come on, man. You're being disrespectful. Not saying that Ant ain't good. Not saying that, but talk about as far as ESPN. Like, I just,
if somebody's Michael Jordan, we're gonna know that Michael Jordan from the get go. It's going to be that, you feel me, like Mike, LeBron, Luka, that type of, even KD's out the get go. Tim Duncan, where we like, bro, this dude is legit. There's no growing into Michael Jordan.
No,
you feel me? You're not going to grow into Michael Jordan. You're either that type of dude or you're not. And I don't, and that's what I'm saying. It's not to bash Ant. I think Ant's going to be incredible. I told you, if there's one player I could draft right now and say, hey, you're going to be on my team right now with Luka, I want it to be Anthony Edwards. I think he's the guy. But as I just said, I want him to be the guy beside Luka Doncic, not above Luka Doncic.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, man, I don't listen to ESPN, bro. And Kendrick Perkins, like I don't. If you take Kendrick Perkins' opinion serious, y'all, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
that dude is a clown, bro.
And he flip flops all the time too.
Yeah,
he acts like he didn't.
Hold on, who's he work for?
ESPN.
Oh, okay. So you say flip flop. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to put two and two together. Flip flop works on ESPN. And you know what's funny to me, King? Like this is why I say, like, this is why I talk about insight, right? They talk as if we just got Klay Thompson this offseason.
Yeah.
So we didn't make any other moves other than Klay Thompson. Nope. I don't follow the Mavericks, so you can kind of help me out here. So we didn't make any other moves other than Klay Thompson.
No, we didn't. Plus, they didn't give us credit for the moves we made last year. So one of those, we get credit for not only those, but the additions we made this year.
No, they did give you credit. They gave you a D.
They gave us a D. You're right.
They gave a D for Dallas, King. Right here, D.
And that team only played 20 games together before the playoffs.
Yep.
So what happens when that team gets a whole season with the new additions? Come on, man. Like,
if I say they don't think about that kind of, you know what's crazy, bro? So the Klay Thompson signing is overrated, but the Hartenstein signing for OKC is the greatest
amazing.
signing. Oh my God, I've never seen a signing like this in my life. I've never seen a signing like Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein in my life. Oh my God, we might well just pack in the season. That's the signing of all time right there, bro.
Caruso at his best, I do think, is a difference maker. But like I said, Caruso, they act like Caruso hasn't been injury prone since like his second season. So but
bro, like I said too, I just want y'all to go back and watch Freezy, talk about Isaiah Hartenstein during the playoffs. This is why y'all signed him for. Y'all signed him because y'all needed help with size during the playoffs, right? Well, you gave him $30 million. Go back and watch New York, bro. Go back and listen to Freezy and them. Go see what they said about this dude during the playoffs when they needed him most.
I'm gonna ask you this, Freezy, if you in the chat, or even Dre, anybody answer this. If Hartenstein was to come back, who was the starter for the Knicks?
Oh, it's Mitchell. Mitchell started.
Okay.
I can answer that for him.
Okay. And Mitchell Robinson probably wouldn't have got $30 million.
Nope.
So they gave Hartenstein $30 million, and not for just 1 year, for 3 years. Yeah. Hey, bro.
Put that into perspective, King. He's making more than our two centers combined, and our two centers are better than his. Better than him.
PG had no idea that he was going to be playing for the Mavericks last year, right? Right. He had no idea. So he didn't start the season practicing or, going in the off season trying to get for being in a certain role for the Dallas Mavericks. He didn't do that. He didn't know what he was going to do. He thought he was going to be PJ Washington for the Charlotte Hornets. PJ Washington gets a whole offseason, bro. Like players like that to be in their role and actually train for what they're supposed to do. We made it to the finals with guys on the fly.
No, they don't, King. What are you talking about, bro? They stay the same. What are you talking about? Nobody grows. Come on, King. You heard ESPN. Don't do that, bro.
Allegedly, PJ Washington 35, not 25. So.
Listen, man. You heard the worldwide leader in sports, bro. They know what they're talking about, King. Come on. Obviously, Perkins watches all the games and stuff, man. Obviously, that dude had the nerve to talk about Ant as if he was the one who did something this year in the playoffs, bro. I'm like,
he was saying so confidently too, like he was talking about like but not Luka. Luka lost in the finals.
Western Conference Finals.
Finals by beating the defending champions. I'm like, but who did he lose to?
So if he was so great for beating the defending champs, why did he damn near get swept by another guy who made it to the finals?
This foolishness, man. It's too easy to break it down. It's too easy.
But that's the thing, though, King.
See through it.
You make millions off your takes. I make 15 cents an hour, man, to buy this Coke. This is what I survive off of here. This is Coke right here, bro.
One day, man.
You know what I'm saying?
One day somebody want to give us millions Coke.
But I can easily break down what you said, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't make no sense to me, bro. This is what you get paid to do. I don't get paid to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yet you get to spew whatever the heck you want. I told you, man, my pops made that comment years ago to me when I was trying to get in the radio, and he was like, man, you want to get on, man, just say something, act like Stephen A. Smith, say something crazy. And I'm like, man, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not saying that. You want people to respect your opinion. Nobody respects Kendrick Perkins' opinion, bro. He on TV every day. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, just to get on, say something crazy, man. No, I'm not doing that, bro. Then you be known as a clown. Like, for example, you keep telling me, Skip saying some good stuff now. But people still don't take Skip serious. Why? Because you were saying clownish stuff before you started saying real stuff.
He crying.
If you had just said real stuff from the get-go, you probably would have got a lot more respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to say clown stuff, bro, to get on. Let folks know. We watching you because you are supposed to be insightful. You supposed to be telling us something we don't know. If you're not doing that, then what the hell am I doing? Like I said, if I want to be entertained, I can go watch Cartoon Network. R.I.P.
Is Keyshawn Johnson the equivalent of Kendrick Perkins? Are they like the one side, one ESPN, one Fox?
Bruh. Yes, by the way. Why does everybody want to go that route, King?
Well, actually now I'm thinking about it, I don't know, because I don't know Keyshawn Johnson's like NFL takes because he's an NFL.
Well, no. I mean, even you don't gotta be a specific take you right on. If you have this niche that you're trying to hold on to, that's your man. He stayed behind the way
against the Mavericks, the whole playoffs, like the way, bro. Just say I was wrong instead of saying that. He just every round made it like the same thing. I'm like, bro, but they're making it further and further. You know, they're in the finals now, right? Like the other team's not there and all that. You talk, the Lakers are gone, like all that, bro. It's okay, but he just did not want to let that go. And like you had guys like Paul Pierce, who played the game, who's a Hall of Fame level talent, that was telling him, bro, you're not paying attention, and he just wouldn't listen.
Because you want to know why? Because that's what they were telling him to do. Yeah. They want you to be. They want you to be that guy. Yeah, be that personality. Be the opposite or whatever.
They don't care. They don't care if they're. Bro, it's not about facts. Fox doesn't care if they give you facts anymore. ESPN doesn't care if they give you facts. Yes, there you go. It's about money. We're in a different era.
You paying me $10 million to be a clown on screen, Stephen A. Smith?
You give me facts and people don't watch, they're gonna fire you. You give me nonsense and people watching, being entertained by it, you get millions.
They look at him and who can get more views? This guy who said, Alex Caruso is the greatest white guy of all time, this guy who said, whatever.
What's the flagship show of ESPN
now? What you call it? First Take.
First Take. When we were younger, what was the flagship show of ESPN?
Ooh, man.
Sports Center.
Damn.
It was Sports Center. That's what you wanted to see with Sports Center. Now we don't. No one cares about Sports Center anymore.
Wow.
You probably can't even tell me you host Sports Center right now.
Bro, that's crazy. You right.
Exactly. We don't care about
that's the example, right? God,
that's the example. I'll give
you hit it. You hit it, bro. I didn't think
that's
about
the
that.
personality. Now the flagship show is it's First Take. Now
I don't know.
Worry about.
Dang, that's crazy. I don't know who.
Different personalities. Shout out to like Al Duncan and all them. A lot of them folks that sometimes be on like on like First Take. They be people that sometimes host Sports Center and all that. But like it's wild.
Bro.
Like nobody. It's a carousel of anchors for Sports Center now. And before, like I said, you knew who hosted.
Yep.
Sports Center, but now it's First Take now, bro. That's what it is. Like it's entertainment. It's no longer Sports Center anymore. No one cares to give you the truth. No, you can just look at that on your phone. If you care that much, you just look at the stats on your phone now. Who cares?
Boy, that's crazy, bro. You just blew my mind with that one, man. That's the example right there. That's the example. Dang, bro. Well, and I'm sitting there thinking, I really don't know who hosted. I think AO did host it for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You have it's just a bunch of people. You just name people at ESPN that work that's not on First Take and on. They probably host Sports Center. It's just different hosts. It's like obviously like Scott Van Pelt do the little
Scott Van Pelt,
all that stuff. He stays in DC while he does it, and then but everybody else that does it like during the day and all, I have no clue. They just like it's a carousel of different people that do it. I think Hannah Storm might still be over there every now and then. Like, I have no clue. I think all the OGs basically bounced.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. Did not think of it like that. You're right.
That's simple.
You are right, man. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and end this on a positive note, King.
Okay. I'll say the Mavs with Klay Thompson in the lineup are going to be the best team.
Oh, so you're just saying remove the blank.
I'm just.
The best.
The best team in the West. And I know the Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC Thunder are going to have a lot to say about this as well. But I'd say you're replacing a little bit of defense with more shooting by adding Klay Thompson into the lineup. I told you about what he brings on the court, but his chemistry and morale is going to be boosted because of this.
Hey, hold on. Before you even go ahead and ask me a question. At the bottom of that screen, did it just say the ESPN bet says that we have the second best odds out of the West? To win
what?
Right? How did
King? Hold on, let's play that one more time, King, for the people in the back.
I'll say the Mavs with Klay Thompson in the lineup are going to be the best team.
Oh, so you're just saying remove the blank.
I'm just.
The
best team in the West. And I know the Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC Thunder are going to have a lot to say about this as well. But I'd say you're replacing a little bit of defense with more shooting by adding Klay Thompson into the lineup. I told you about what he brings on the court, but his chemistry and morale is going to be boosted because of this.
Tied for the second in the West.
Tied for the second best odds to come out of the West, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we not top five. How does that make Kendrick just be saying stuff, man?
Oh, it wasn't just Kendrick, bro. Your boy don't even have us in top five. Your boy Wendy, I know that's your favorite guy of all time, bro. He don't even got us in top five.
It is what it is. But a couple things. Festus is early. Shout out to Festus, man. That was a center that Klay played behind when they went 73-9, y'all. Just to let you know. So Klay at his best had to play, and it's no disrespect to Festus, but had to play with Festus behind him. He now has a Derek Lively behind him. That's all when I was saying that, folks. And a Daniel Gafford and a PJ Washington. Like I'm just saying, and a Najee Marshall. And whoever else is thrown behind him to be right there. That's all. I've been saying that forever. Like Klay had to do more. Klay at one point, I mean, let's call it what it is. He probably was the best two-way player in the NBA, or at least arguably. Like he was in that conversation with
he was
no, he was in the conversation with Kawhi, because Kawhi probably always was a little better offensively, and a Paul George. But it was in that conversation of who was the best two-way player between them three. And that's when he didn't have a center behind him. I think he's going to be able to play defense as well this year because of that element he's never had behind him. Even having Draymond Green. Draymond has always been an undersized guy, even when he's playing the five. You have Derek Lively behind you now. Like, I think Klay's going to have like shout out to Johnny B at revenge season. Real talk. Festus said we're going to have the best. I think it'll be the best in the West. I agree with him. We've been saying that forever. And, yeah, bro, I'm just ready. Let's just throw the ball in the air, bro. Let's get this season done and let everybody shut up. Let's just smile this whole season where everybody shuts up. That's all I hope.
Can you ask you a question, bro? Because I've heard this narrative going around that Dallas gave up defense. Can you remind me again? Because I don't watch the games. I don't know this team that well. Can you remind me again? Who did we lose this offseason?
Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green, and Tim Hardaway Jr.
And who do we get back in return?
Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes.
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question. So the three people we lost, who are the defensive guys out of the three people we lost?
So if we're talking about just what the most folks would think, nationally or whatever, the only guy that's known for defense is Derrick Jones Jr.
Okay, so we'll go by what they think.
Yeah.
So you mean out of three people, one guy played defense?
Yes, that was really known for playing defense.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's go back to the people we added. Okay. How many people out of those four played defense?
Is it 4 or 3? Just 3, right?
Well, and Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh, Spencer Dinwiddie. Okay, I forgot about Spencer. Damn, Spencer. I'm sorry. I forgot about Spencer Dinwiddie. 3. 3 of them.
So, okay. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting this right. I'm not good at math. I dropped out of school in kindergarten. So is 3 bigger than 1?
I would think so, unless it's negative.
So then how do we lose defense?
I don't know. We added a guy that made an all defensive team before, and we've added a guy that was possibly the best defender in a playoff run, and we added a guy that possibly could make all defense still.
So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting this right, King, because I don't watch the games, bro. I don't watch the games. Okay. So because I kept getting told that see my name. I was told that we lost all this defense. It's funny because I was watching something yesterday, as a matter of fact. This person says that Dallas' biggest regret is going to be Derrick Jones Jr. because of his defense, right? But yet, this same person in the same video talked about the Clippers adding Derrick Jones Jr. And it not making that big of an impact. King, listen, you got it.
Did that same person have a video before last year saying Derrick Jones Jr. was going to change our defense?
No, he did not, King. I'm guaranteeing he did not have this. I did not see a video of this person saying this.
Who was the major defensive impact for us last year?
I believe it was Derek Lively.
No, I mean, as far as signing, who was the guy
year?
that we signed last year? That was supposed to be the biggest defensive impact.
Wasn't it Exum?
No, it was Grant Williams.
Oh, I keep forgetting about Grant. I'm sorry. My bad.
Wasn't Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones Jr. wasn't supposed to be playing in the league almost, remember?
Remember, we were getting made fun of for signing Derrick Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Remember? And expecting him to be a certain person when we got to the team. It's funny to me, bro.
We still got the shows on wax. Shout out to Trey.
Shout out to Trey. It's funny to me because listen to what this person said. It reminds me of somebody else I heard say this, which goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. Too many people regurgitate what they heard somebody else say.
Yep.
You can't sit there and say, "Oh my God, we lost the biggest piece we ever lost in our life," but the same piece that we lost goes to another team. It's like, that's not a big deal. He ain't gonna make that much of an impact. It's like, how much sense does that make? If that guy's that good and we lost this big of a piece, why is that same person going to make that type of impact for another team then?
Okay,
that makes no sense.
Let me ask you this question. I think this might shut the door. Derrick Jones Jr. was the best player we lost in the offseason, correct?
Right.
Do we agree on that? Yes. Okay. Who is Derrick Jones Jr. for sure better than we picked up in the offseason?
King, shout out to Panda Hank on this. I said this. I tweeted that under his tweet with this. Y'all heard me say this a million times. I'm going to say it 1,000,001 times. And I stand by this. If you actually watch this man play, I've been sitting here saying Najee Marshall is better than Derrick Jones Jr.
Is Derrick Jones for sure better than Quentin Grimes?
We're going to find out.
Okay, that's what is he better than Spencer Dinwiddie?
No, he's not better than Spencer Dinwiddie.
Okay. Is he better? You saying he's not better than Najee? Is he better than Klay?
No.
So what are we talking about?
Like I said, the same person that everybody said we lost, we gonna regret losing and blah blah blah. He's the same guy you telling me won't make that same impact for the Clippers. So I mean, I don't understand it, King. I don't get it. Like I said, who am I, man? I'm just a guy walking around with a Lucas shirt on, bro. I don't know nothing.
Like I told you, I just
thought that was kind of funny, bro. I was like, when I heard it, I'm like,
it is. It's just Bro, the only person we sitting here questioning if Derrick Jones better than is Quentin Grimes. We got 4 guys in the offseason. And the best guy we lost, the only guy that we sitting here and saying he may be better than him, he may not be, is Quentin Grimes.
We lost defense because we lost one guy.
Yep.
But we picked up 3 other defensive guys on the team.
And one guy made an all defensive team before.
Okay. Yeah, what do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just a guy. All right, King. Let's get to the folks, man. Let's get to the Glow Yard. Get them up on stage, man. Get this conversation going. But before we do that, man, let's show some love to Playback because they don't play that. Hey. Yes, sir, man. Y'all can follow us, man, on Playback. You can download it wherever you get your apps from. It is absolutely free, $99.99, y'all. Absolutely free. Go ahead over there to your Google store, your Apple store, and go ahead and click on that link. Not that link. Go ahead and download the app, y'all. Go ahead and download the app to Playback, man. Because guess what, y'all? We back with the Hoops Goats. And we got special guest Wilson coming on with us, man. The basketball historian himself, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. I just want to get Lucas. I said Lucas. Dang, I'm tripping today. I want to get Wilson's take on this game live, man, because he said he actually watched that game. He remembered that game, which is crazy because that's how Wilson is, man. He picks up on those old school games and stuff, man, so quick. So you remember so many things. So just kind of get his perspective on that, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. But yeah. So go ahead and follow us, man, over there on Playback. Like I said, download the app. It's absolutely free. Follow us on Glow Sun Production, man, on Playback.
Yeah,
all right, King.
We talk kayfabe tonight too, yo.
Yeah, King got that kayfabe today.
Acknowledge.
Let me see. Give me a second here, bro. We're gonna put the in the comments. Your channel. All right. Let me go ahead and There we go. All right. I pinned it on the screen, so everybody.
You should have told me how to click the little thing, the little video clip, the little Glow Yard one.
Oh, which number?
The little one that says
welcome in the Glow Yard in a special way, huh?
Yeah.
All right, man. Before we get them up here, man, let's go ahead and show some love to the super chats. Corey with the $4.99. Don't know. Of course, it's a Glow Yard member. It says much love, guys. Everyone like and share. Yes, sir, man. Please like and share the video, y'all. Please like and share the video.
Always, Corey. Appreciate you.
All right, King. Let's go ahead and bring them up. Richard, man. What's on your Kendrick Perkins' right mind out here?
Well, I got to mention the fact that Grimes shoots better. He distributes the ball better. He plays defense just as well, if not better. The only thing that Derrick Jones Jr. is better at him at is dunking. I mean, and he granted, he can dunk better than probably anybody on the team.
That's what I was thinking, Richard.
That's about it.
Quentin Grimes is against actual guards and all. Like we saying, we want DJ, or we had DJJ defending. I think Quentin Grimes might be a better defender than DJJ is.
With an actual team scheme behind him, he might be.
Yep. I mean, look, like I said, one thing that people said that Grimes has the potential of being a point of attack defender. We didn't hear that when we got DJJ. Remember, we kept trying to get folks to see that he could be a point of attack defender, but people actually saying that Grimes could be a point of attack defender.
We were literally told he was not a point of attack defender when we said that.
Who said that, King?
Shout out to our guy over there.
Well, y'all hadn't heard me make a prediction at all for this year, and I'm gonna make one statement. It's gonna boil down to my favorite guy. If Maxey can give us 3 threes a game,
Oh no, no.
the league cannot touch us.
If he gave us 3 threes a game, yeah. I don't think Maxey can give us 1 a game, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, I'm just the hypothetical perfect scenario. You know, if Maxey can give us 3 threes a game, the league can't touch us.
I take 2, Richard. I take 2, but
I would be if he shoots 3 and gives us 2.
Yeah, like even truthfully, even 1. I know Reddy going next one. Even 1 a game would be fine, but I don't think he's gonna make 1.
But taking the 3, you got to take 3 shots.
Take 3, make 1.
I don't think the league, honestly, with everything else that we got, with people that have, I mean, y'all know how I feel about over 30 players, but Clay has been there. He's not going to make stupid mistakes.
All right, let's get the next person up here.
Yes, sir.
Got Johnny B on, man. Johnny B, man, what's on your mind, man? What's on your I love OKC mind, man?
What's up with y'all?
Good, man. I see you been cooking OKC on Twitter, man. You might overcook them, man. You
my favorite dish as of late, you know.
I hear you.
You know, because I still don't understand like how people like is crowning them already. Like they just lost in the second round. Like I don't get how 2 teams we smoked jumped ahead of us. I'm confused, but I mean it's okay. As far as DJJ and Quentin Grimes, I do not think DJJ is better than him. I don't think there's ever been a period where people in the NBA have thought that Derrick Jones Jr. was better than Quentin Grimes.
Only last year, Johnny.
And he benefited from being on our team. Before last year, nobody spoke on Derrick Jones Jr. like they spoke on him with us. Like so, I don't get it myself.
I'm just saying, bro.
With him is athleticism, and like Richard said, he can dunk too. He may not do everything he does, but as far as everything else, handle, shooting, passing, IQ, everything is better than Derrick Jones Jr. Like I asked all that question a while ago. If losing Derrick Jones Jr. was so important to us, why isn't it that important that they added him in for the Clippers? Like,
thank you. I said that when I saw that video, I was like, bro, you don't make no sense in the video.
Everybody don't have to be as athletic enough to dunk the ball and dunk on everybody's head. But if you're athletic enough to finish the play and make a layup, there were a bunch of guys that couldn't make layups on our team.
You said
I ain't gonna say names, bro. Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna say you say Luka. Luka's not that super athletic. Guess what? He can finish.
Make layups. Kyrie make layups. Najee gonna make layups. Quentin Grimes can go to the rim and make a layup. It don't matter that. Like I trust him to make more layups than DJJ was able to make dunks.
Now listen, if we wanted another Derrick Jones Jr., they could have signed Dennis Smith. He does everything Derrick Jones Jr. does. Everything. They both can't. Both jump.
He a little more injury prone though.
Huh?
A little more injury prone. A little more less available.
Hell, but I'd say Johnny B could probably dunk damn near as good.
Yeah, everything is right. Johnny B's not wrong. I'm just saying less available. I worry about his health. DJJ played like damn near every game last year, did he?
All right, let me get other folks up here, y'all.
Go ahead.
Joe, what up, man? What's on your mind,
gentlemen?
man?
How are y'all?
What's on your ESPN loving mind, man?
Well, I have to tell you that I am very grateful that ESPN has jumped the shark because it led me to quality programming like We Talk Mavs, TGK, and some of the other guys around. So I'm thankful that ESPN sucked because it pushed me away.
Same, Joe.
Yeah.
Same.
As for DJJ, I want to preface anything that I say about. I really love what he brought. I love the edge that he played, the passion that he played. I feel like he always gave his best effort, no matter the circumstances. He never embarrassed us in his organization. He's about his family and stuff like that. So I really like him as a person. But, there were some limitations of his game that we absolutely improved upon, right? So, and I know I want to be transitive about this, and I want to say DJJ to Hardaway and, Clay to Hardaway, and DJJ to Najee, and then Green to Grimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing, so let's compare, and people are like, oh, but starting lineups and stuff like that. The starting lineups to me they're manipulatable. You can manipulate them because Hardaway last year played 2,100 minutes. Jones played 1,786 and Green played 1,504. So basically 2,100, 1,800, and 1,500. So Najee Marshall, he's going to get his minutes, right? Najee Marshall and King and I talked about this in one broadcast. DJJ, yeah, he provided a lot of vertical spacing, but only if nobody was around him, because he can only, I think King called it, he could jump in space, which that's an accurate assessment. Because if you'll remember, anytime DJJ attacked the basket, right? I mean, there's no way that the players that were on the Boston Celtics can elevate as well as he can. But because he's so slight of frame, even the slightest little touch knocked him off. And I remember playing basketball, and I learned this from Dennis Rodman, listened to an interview with Dennis Rodman, and he would do little things like he wouldn't foul you, but he would put his arm on, or his hand on your forearm, or his hand on your hip. And if you go to jump and somebody is especially if you're not a big guy, if somebody's doing something as slight as touching your forearm, you can't jump. You literally can't elevate off the ground. And somebody like Najee Marshall, I know they list DJJ at 210, but there's no way in hell he's 210 if Najee Marshall's only 220. I mean, it's just not possible. I mean, those are not accurate. Plus, Najee provides something that DJJ absolutely doesn't. Let's just say the three-point shooting is, I know that Najee shot almost 38% this year, and DJJ's never sniffed that. But the fact of the matter is that Najee is a great initiator. He can bring the ball up court. He can initiate fast breaks. He's really good at when you get a swing, or you get a skip pass back to the weak side, and then he attacks downhill, initiating that weak side offense. So he's going to be able to throw those. That's the guy that on the strong side in the dunker spot is going to, that low man is going to rotate there to Najee Marshall, and that opens up the lob game. You also got the guy trying to tag him from the corner. It's going to open up that corner three. I mean, it's going to be a great fit. It's going to be a fantastic fit. And we haven't even got to the fact that Quentin Grimes was considered a great, not a good, but a great on-ball defender, so that he was getting tons of playing time from Tibbs, even as a rookie. Tibbs is he's worse than Rick Carlisle about playing rookies. And he was getting playing time for Tibbs as an on-ball defender. He's going to shoot, 36, 37, 38%, any of that stuff. It's way better than Josh Green, who, man, dude, some games, I feel like if you got onto Josh Green about, anything, he just went into a shell. And I don't think Quentin Grimes is going to be that way. I just, for the life of me, I can't see how anybody is automatically assuming that Ant is going to go from where he is right now into a transcendent superstar and elevate this team. And along the same lines as we've talked about Oklahoma City or these other things, I don't understand how Slow-Mo is no big loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but he's a great addition to Golden State. I don't understand how Dillingham is going to be the first rookie point guard in history where we can come in and he's going to come in and immediately make a huge difference. Maybe. I just want people to be principled, right? I don't care how you feel about this. I don't care how you feel about this, but it can't be these things are important to me if it's for my side. Right? Mm-hmm. The principles by which you try and live your life, or you judge your basketball team, should be the same regardless if it's a black man or a white man, if it's a Republican or it's a Democrat, if it's the Dallas Mavericks or it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. All those things should be the same. And what we see is this ugly part of society being evidenced here on ESPN. And my blood pressure is too high to start the day with ESPN. So I'm out.
All right, let's get Nancy in. Try to get Nancy and BJ here in. Nancy, what's on your mind?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
I was doing fine until ESPN started spewing nonsense, but
I was ready for your rant. I was like, okay, Rio, preach it. But yeah, I don't watch ESPN, but it's funny how so much of how ESPN exists now is part of the culture and the way everything moves. I remember the days, like King said, where ESPN was like golden. It was like the seal of approval. But you got to understand that times change. Like we have 24/7 access to everything they used to report on, and without it, we didn't have that information. So that's part of it. And that's part of how the media evolves and changes as well as we move into what the culture's calling for. Like if you remember back in, I hate to really go back here because it's some dark times and whatever of the O.J. Simpson trial and all that stuff. That's when the landscape of television started changing and you started getting like the Kardashians and you started getting all this kind of weird shows and all that stuff. And everybody thought that was like live stuff, but it really wasn't. It was scripted, just like ESPN is now scripted, but it really changed because that trial was on. It like wiped out soap operas. It wiped out, so things that existed changed because of what was going on during that time. And TV is going to keep evolving and changing in media and regular television. And now you don't have so much of that because it got over toxic with that kind of whole kind of scripted Kardashians and Laguna Beach and all that stuff. But back then everybody thought, oh my gosh, this is real. These are real people and this is really happening. And no. And then you listen to the actors that played these people, even though it was live, and they tell you now, all that stuff. And people are like, oh no. But they were like hanging on the edge of their chairs watching all this stuff. And that's what sports is it to some degree, because the reason it's so dominant now is because it's the only real live television, whether it be soccer or basketball or hockey or whatever it may be. Whatever it's going to get the eyeballs on you is what it's going to dictate to. But this is what also helped produce shows like you guys have and TGK and all your friends that have these podcasts, because everybody started moving into podcasts and things like that. And now it's so spread out. If you go look at the ratings and you go look at the numbers, none of these shows produce what they are, even at their best. And even at, like everybody says, that the number one show on that network is now First Take. But what are the numbers compared to what it was 10 years ago when there wasn't as many opportunities? And like everybody said, you can look at all your phones and know 24/7, and you're getting every score you want to have by the minute.
Hey, Nancy, work in the angle about, because this is not to give your resume here, but tell the folks how advertising dollars have fallen with regards to like ESPN, places like that. So.
Well, because what happens is when you guys think of, what the media dictates and this, like what I was trying to explain that one day was how, okay, let me just use ESPN, right? There's so many different ways that everything gets broken up into, like, okay, so we have the NBA and they have their league and they have their contracts that they give to like NBC. We've removed TNT because they couldn't keep up. And now we've got all these streaming things because streaming came in. But let me just use ESPN as a for instance here. Now, ESPN, and you guys will probably know what I'm talking about once I say this. So ESPN now goes and negotiates with Spectrum, DirecTV, and all these people that have platforms. But now they want what they want. But now say Spectrum comes back and says, well, no, I don't want to pay that much. I don't want that contract. And they're really smart, I'm sure, about the time in which they negotiate these contracts and they're going to expire. Because have you ever heard of blackouts? Like somebody saying, well, wait a second, I don't have ESPN. First Take, what happened to it? Well, everybody's like, well, they go on Twitter, they go on the public social media, and they say, well, I don't have this. It's blacked out. Why is it blacked out? Why don't I have it? And you got somebody in Wisconsin or Dallas saying, well, it's not blacked out for me. Why is it blacked out for you? Because they're not negotiating the same time somebody in New York's negotiating. And what happened is the biggest feud that recently happened was Spectrum and ESPN. ESPN wanted to dump, like Disney Plus, wanted to add all these extra things to boost their portfolio at the expense of them trying to get ESPN for sports and all of that. And what Spectrum said was no. They put their foot down. They said, if we keep going like this, they're going to negotiate us right out. And if we don't take our stand right now, then where's it going to end? Where's it going to stop? They're going to keep giving us, and we don't want the garbage they're trying to give to us. Nobody watches it. So what they did is ended up kicking themselves in the butt because they only had ESPN 1. Now, because they went and got too greedy, they ended up having to give up ESPN, ESPN 2, which they didn't have access to begin with. Because ESPN's not stupid easy. You're not going to lose a whole market because you want to, pay that. And what happened is with the advertising dollars is they all automatically always went to TV. But when streaming became so popular, some of those dollars got moved away and they had to start going to the streaming. So you no longer became king and you got all the advertising. That's not anymore. It now got moved to the streaming platforms like Amazon Plus, YouTube, and all these other things. And that's why you're starting to see so much more advertising filtered through all of these platforms.
Yeah, they're having a hard time selling to the local areas, like take, for instance, to the local broadcasting, because part of the advertising dollars, they resell that to local broadcasting. So take, for example, in Oklahoma City, where I am, during the University of Texas versus Michigan game, they couldn't sell the advertising for that. So that triple option commercial for the podcast with Urban Meyer played 5 times in a row for the whole entire game. So every time a commercial would come on, they'd run that commercial 5 times in a row because they didn't have any other advertising dollars to sell. So what's happening is ESPN's bet their NBA contract, which they paid a lot of money for, but the local broadcasting is like, we can't sell First Take advertising because people aren't watching it as much as they used to. So
sorry, Joe. And also consider this to be true. What happens is the advertisers come with a certain amount of dollars. Okay, this is all I can spend. Now, how am I going to break up my dollars into what I want to give to TV, what I want to give to streaming platforms and the footprints over there, and how much do I want to give to each one? Well, hey, if you're not watching as much over here, the eyeballs aren't there. I got to move to where the eyeballs are.
Yep. Streaming services are kicking there. You know what? But BJ.
Yeah.
Pause. It's his first time on here. BJ, what up, bro?
Yeah, how y'all doing? I'm new to the stage. I'm usually just, like in the chat, just looking around, just talking and stuff. But yeah, the Mavericks disrespect, it's gotten to an all-time high. So
All
I just
time.
wanted to, but yeah, I just feel like for this team, the narratives continue to just change. First, every series, they counted us out. Because I watch Undisputed a lot, when Keyshawn was on there, and it got to a point where I was just watching to see what new narrative he was going to preach, because every series he would pick the other team. And it's crazy how every series he kept talking about we don't play defense and all this stuff. The first series, I feel like our offense was, it wasn't that good. Luka was, hurt and things like that. But we beat OKC. We beat Minnesota. So we're beating all these teams, but the narrative is we don't play defense. Derrick Jones Jr., a pickup that I didn't even think would even change the Mavericks. It did, but of course, because our offense was so high powered, of course he can do what he does. But I feel like him going to the Clippers, I don't see him making any real impact because again, that team is not they're not going to be the same. So I just feel like the narratives continue to change. I even feel like for this year for Luca, I don't think his MVP chances are going to be that high either because they keep pushing this narrative of Ant. Then Ja's going to move into it. Then Shea is automatically going to be top 3. So I feel like they're just going to move Luca out, and also that international. They're kind of tired of the whole Jokic, the whole Jan. They don't want another international. They're trying to move to like the American side, even though Shea's he's not American, but they still claim him to
Close
move
enough.
into that.
Yeah.
Into that narrative. So I just feel like last year, even Luka scoring 70, they even put that down because he's playing Atlanta, even though nobody would be able to do what he did to Atlanta. So it's like they keep changing the narrative to the point where it's like we just gonna have to win the championship and shut them up. So
big major facts. I got a question though. I wanted to go to Johnny B. I think said this before. Johnny B, is the current Thunder team better than the Thunder team that never won a championship? Is he still there? Well, anybody can answer that.
Say that one more time.
Is this current Thunder team better than that Thunder team that never won a championship? That MVP Thunder team.
I said that. I said, wait a minute. So y'all telling me that the greatest Thunder team ever assembled couldn't win, but this one is going to miraculously win, even though they've never made it past the second round. And the last year, them beating New Orleans without Zion was their first year making it out of the first round. So they just going to go from that to a championship team with one star and a bunch of role.
I mean, according to ESPN and all the experts, when they picked up Hartenstein and Caruso, that was the greatest acquisitions to ever be in all sports. So, I mean, and you know what's funny, too? I was thinking about the AM Hoops part, King. He kind of was like, oh, he talked about it in the video. Dallas struggled on offense, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's the reason why they picked up Clay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you pretty much answered your own question. We talked about it on this show a million times. It's like the defense was not the issue. It was the offense. And it's not like you completely ditch defense and went straight offense. You got one guy who's able to generate points consistently, and you got more defensive guys.
If we erase Klay Thompson being an offensive player, like say we don't even look at Klay Thompson for his offense, we want to just help us out a little bit on defense, right? And the trade was for Najee Marshall being a defensive stopper and all that. And then we got Quentin Grimes and Klay Thompson. Are we a better team?
Yes.
Yes. So why are we keep trying to find ways to say that we are a worse team for some reason? Like, we got better offensively and defensively. I've been saying that since the beginning, and they keep trying to find ways to say, well, that's impossible. There's no way that Nico did that.
You know what's funny, too? I feel like this narrative is starting to become stronger as we get closer to the season.
Yeah.
Because remember, at the beginning of the offseason, we didn't have this problem. Both were like, man, that's one of the most underrated signings, the Najee Marshall move and Clay going to Dallas and all that stuff. Everybody was praising it. It's like as we get closer to the season, we're constantly hearing guys like Kendrick Perkins and them coming out the woodworks spewing nonsense. And I don't understand what's going on. I guess they're revving up for the season. I guess they already in rare form spewing nonsense.
Don't Clay have an attitude this year?
Yeah.
Isn't he pissed off?
I think they ranked Clay 99th in the league.
I'd rather take my chance with Clay being off and having something to prove for this year. Now next year, I might be worried about him. This year, I'm more worried about what he's gonna do to other people.
And that's the thing too. Like people don't. That's what I was saying. Like these so-called basketball experts don't know how this works. If you supposedly follow this team and know how we operate, we're not. I've said this a million times too. We're not asking Clay to do what he did in Golden State. Yep. You're here to fill a certain role. You were asked to be the guy in Golden State. You were the second option in Golden State. We're not asking you to be a second option here. We're asking you to fit a role here in Dallas. So your usage and stuff is going to be a little bit lower. How we're using you is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why they can't comprehend that part, bro. But you probably be the basketball experts though.
But
the
Luka
funny,
keeps the ball in his hands so much. Everything just doesn't make sense.
well,
Well, y'all, I asked the question a few weeks ago, and I said then that I would ask it again when a little more information got out and people saw what was going on. Do y'all still believe that ESPN will be around to honor this 10-year contract that they just signed with the NBA?
I don't even know. I don't even care, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to do, but they're talking all these revenues because of the contract that ESPN just signed.
Yeah.
Y'all, I have my serious doubts whether ESPN will be here in 10 years.
I can rock with you. I mean, I kind of hope not. I don't want people losing their job, but I don't want ESPN in this current form to be there. But Nancy, I knew you were trying to say something. Go ahead, Nancy.
yeah, and I think that the thing that everybody's forgetting is they're trying to put a square peg into a round hole with Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Clay's already stated, especially during his introduction to the team, that he already knows what his role is, and he knows it's number 3. He said, I am more than happy to let Luka and Kyrie be those guys and me just fill in where needs be. He said, I've played against these guys and I know these guys' games really well. And honestly, I think it takes pressure off of him. And he so much as said that in his interview. And they're just trying to hype it up into something it's not. I mean, he's already ingratiated himself into the Dallas community. He's diving headfirst into be a part of this community. And I think he feels such a relief and so much pressure off his shoulders that he can just go out there and play and have fun again.
Shout out to Tone with that. Shout out to Clay for dropping a Maverick colored a colorway already in his shoe. I know TGK was excited about that. But can I ask my question, Rel, we talked about earlier in before the show? Since you got like 15 minutes. I know folks have been talking about the new team and the new teams possibly, and Adam Silver said expansion is basically happening pretty soon. Who would you guys keep as the 8 guys? Just had a question I wanted to ask you. As the 8 folks, if you had to guarantee them right now to not be drafted in a fantasy draft. Oh, you playing with the circles and all that?
Yeah.
Who would your 8 guys be on the team if we got an expansion draft right now? Who would be the 8 that you would guarantee stay on the team?
I'll go.
What, Johnny B?
Kyrie.
The 5 starters, right? I'm gonna go 5 starters.
Yeah, 5 starters.
Okay.
Keep Najee.
Najee makes 6. Okay.
Najee, Grimes.
Grimes is 7.
And I keep Gafford.
Gafford.
There you go.
Okay. I was gonna say you got to keep Gafford. Is that everybody's 8 right now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Richard. Okay.
I'm not letting Melvin go, y'all. I don't know who I'm letting. I don't know who I'm replacing.
Well, you're not gonna have a choice. You're not gonna have a choice, Richard, because he's over in France now.
Yeah, but he's still on the team.
You would lock Melvin in, Richard?
But no. But
keep another team from getting him. Yeah, I'm not letting him go.
But that you're not gonna have a choice because he's a drafting stash. He's not part of the team right now. So he's gonna
you can't lock him in, bro. That's what I'm saying. So you can't even lock him in.
Yeah, he don't count. He doesn't count as part of it.
So he don't count either way, right? So we keep him, right?
He does not have a contract. We have his draft rights. He does not have a contract with the team. He's a drafting stash.
So you're good, Richard. You don't even got to worry about it.
It would be the same.
So the other 8 will be the same then, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I talked to Rel. I wouldn't keep Spencer Dinwiddie. Obviously, I know I like Spencer and I want to do that, but he has to go, or he'll have to be part of the list at least to go. Maxey, Dwight. I mean, we will find out a lot about this team though if they actually did the expansion draft to see if they would do with Maxey and Dwight.
Bro, they let like Najee or somebody go before like a Maxey or Dwight.
Maxey, bro. I feel like they're gonna lock in Maxey. I feel like they would
probably done, bro.
Really want to keep Jaden Hardy.
We only get 8 though. We're gonna let go. Who we gonna let go? We letting Clay?
I don't know, Johnny B. Noah's dropped a couple hits, on shows in the chats that Hardy
might be on the block.
He might be our mid-season trade candidate.
That's what I'm saying. The way I was telling Relle before, the way they setting up, Hardy, this is make or break. I've been yelling that I think this make or break for Jaden Hardy.
Well, don't forget too, King. What did Grimes say in his interview? That he already had conversations with the front office, and the thing they wanted him to work on is his ball handling and bringing up the ball.
The team's not getting old. Nico's not grabbing a bunch of older guys. So if he's grabbing guys like Grimes can come here and do more than Jaden Hardy's done already. You feel me? Not to knock Jaden Hardy, but
no,
he can do that next year. We're like, damn, Grimes is
I'm not saying Grimes will be a better player, but on paper, he can do more than Hardy.
He's a better defender.
Grimes actually did that before he got to the league. He actually was a ball handler and a creator before he got to the league. They had him change his role up when he went to the Knicks because he needed more defense at the guard/wing position.
Don't forget, Grimes is a hometown boy. His family lives in Houston, and he's home now.
The one thing that Hardy does for our team is something that we don't really need. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, so Hardy's main thing is microwave scoring now. Like, we got Clay and all as well, and guys that can score the basketball. Like, we don't have guys that are just standing away. Like Najee, I think a lot of these guys that we got can give us 10 points at least. And that's how I feel. So if that can happen, then the microwave scoring is not that serious. It's like, what else can you do for us? And Jaden Hardy's not one of the, he's not going to be doing a bunch of playmaking. He's not going to be doing a bunch of defending. So it's like, you might as well just go, somewhere else and bloom. You feel me? Like, I'm hoping Josh Green does. Like, go somewhere else, because on this team, I don't know if he fits anymore.
Yeah, with the talent that we have, and I could be wrong, but the talent that we have, I don't see the second squad having a problem now being able to score when Lucas sits down or Kyrie sits down, or it goes vice versa. And we still have versatility where we still have good defense on, because Grimes definitely plays better defense than even Green did or Hardy. Exum, yes, was good, but if you give him too much time, he breaks down. I mean, like, look how amazing he was in December, and then he was pretty much finished for the rest of the year. He was only spotty and could only play spotty. And the problem was, if he even had stepped up into that role during the playoffs, it would have helped enormously, because he's a 50%. He was at that time a 50% shooter from three. But because he was so afraid to score, we can't have guys afraid to shoot the ball when we need them to shoot. That goes for Maxey too. If we don't need a lot from Maxey, but just don't be afraid to shoot the ball and keep trying to pass it back to Kyrie, Luka, or whoever's giving him the ball.
We have more guys, Nancy, I think, that will shoot the ball now. That's why I really don't want Maxey to be playing. But Jaden Hardy, he has to, be one of the guys that scores over 10 points a game. He has to get minutes to score over 10 points a game this year. And over 10 points a game makes him a trade value, like a piece.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to get time, King. Whether he's a trade chip or whether he's a piece, you got to let him play.
Yeah, he has to get, and it's like I said, a contract. He's starting to get to the contract point. He has to get time to see if he can get 10 points a game. 10 points a game will be nice. It would help us out. I think that makes him a trade piece for what we have already, unless somebody else just falls off the cliff, like Spencer Dinwiddie gives us nothing, or like a Grimes gives us nothing, and then we need Jaden Hardy. But like, for him to really stay on the team, Jaden Hardy, I give us like 12 to 15 points a game to really be something like, man, we need him
right now with it being a championship team. King, look, I like Hardy, but the way Kid is with defense, I think if he plays him, he's playing him to increase his value. I don't think Hardy's defense is good enough for right now. If we were still building and he could grow into it, maybe. But to make a playoff run, I don't see him being a Kid rotation guy. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think in the playoffs, kind of Hardy, he has some flashes, because I think I defend Hardy more than I kind of defend Hardy like how people defend Maxey. But I think if we could trade Maxey and we have to put Hardy in there, we have to, because I'm tired of Maxey. So I feel like if we pair them two together, I think that's fine. But I'm just scared that Grimes will do that thing where he goes into this like hole and then he doesn't get out of it. Pause. But yeah, I just feel like Dinwiddie probably is gonna, he's gonna take or Exum. I don't know, because
As
a
I say,
lot
we
of people
still got
saying
Exum too. We got a lot of folks that can play that
so
role.
yeah, if we can trade Maxey and we have to add Hardy, then I mean we're gonna have to do it. I just don't know what we can get for Maxey, what we can get for Hardy. But yeah.
Put them together, it's a $15 million player.
That's the trade I've been yelling and saying is that's the last trade we can make if we do Maxey, and you got to include Jaden Hardy with that. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, my bad. I was gonna say. So from what I'm listening to all y'all, what y'all saying about the Jaden Hardy thing, and then you start mentioning all these players that we have on the team, like Spencer Dinwiddie and Exum and Grimes and all that. And you talking about he got to do this and that this year. It's gonna be kind of hard for him to do that when you got 85 people in front of you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, Rel.
You're steady moving him down, bro. And that's like, how you expect him to finally shine and get that opportunity to show you what he can do when you steady putting people in front of him?
He got to show out. That's what I'm saying. For him to actually be a Maverick, he's going to have to always show out. He's going to be the guy who like give me 12 to 15. Like Jaden Hardy's a beast. This got to be the year we like Jaden Hardy's a beast.
And he's going to have to get the opportunity to do that.
Well, yeah, he's going to get the opportunity. I'm saying he's going to have to in every opportunity be like what Jason Kidd. You know how Jason Kidd usually messes with you. Like Jaden Hardy would have a little boost and guys would be like, play Jaden Hardy. He'll play Jaden Hardy one game and he'll not have the best game. And then he'll like stop playing him again and say, well, I told you, and then keep going. Jaden Hardy got to be a beast. I'm talking about Jaden Hardy got to be that scoring guy this year where every time he comes in the game, he's a bucket. If he's not that, he's gone. That's how I've been feeling because it's becoming contract time. He's going to be gone. They're not going to pay this man.
Yeah, and I think Kyrie's been trying to help him out because I know like there's videos and stuff of them working out and stuff like that, and he do like open runs with Kyrie and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's a lot of people in front of him, I feel like, and also with him not being able to play defense, he has a lot of lapses where he'll drive and it'll be a wide open layup he'll miss, and the bench is kind of deflated. So yeah, he's had a lot of moments where it's like, all right, we gotta have to let him off the leash and stuff like that, but. Yeah, I feel like if there's a trade available and we have to include Hardy, then he's gonna have to go because we got too many guards on the team already. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're not building anymore. We're no longer building on the team. We're now in contention. We're trying to win a championship. I'm not worrying about anybody else's development other than Derek Lively because he's already a championship level player. So just get better, Derek Lively. But Jaden Hardy's maybe not a championship level player yet. I don't know yet. I don't have the time to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wishing him no bad luck, and I mean, I think Orlando's a playoff team that could use him very, very much. They could use him, but I just don't see where Kid's gonna play.
What up, Big J?
What up, Big J?
What's going on, man? So let me ask y'all this: if Hardy gives y'all 12 and 4 assists a game, is that enough to keep him around?
Yeah, I told you yes. So 10 is the point. I think where he's a valuable trade piece, and I think if he gets to 12 to 15 is where you like Jaden Hardy needs to play. He's a Maverick.
With age of some of our other players, if he can give you that, DJ, yes, sir, you hang on.
He needs to be here. He's one. I'd rather have him than Dinwiddie.
See, I think he can easily do. I think Exum should be the odd man out, not Hardy.
Either or.
I've been saying that.
But I think I don't. So even with Exum being the odd man out, they still got Dinwiddie and Grimes. So even Hardy's still going to struggle for minutes. He gonna struggle for minutes either way. It's a lot of guards.
His biggest weakness is his defense, which is all the players above him play defense. A little, even Spencer can play a little bit.
Go ahead, Big J.
Well, so the thing is, they're asking everybody else to work on their ball handling. He can handle the ball and he can create for himself, and he showed a little bit that he can create for our bigs. Mm-hmm. I think if he can expand on that, then I think that he has a leg up on the other ones. Yeah, he needs to work on the defensive part, but he's 22, 23.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that young that has shown. Like I said, we already saw his first year. He came in and was putting up a point a minute. You know, and if he can continue on that, if he can get back to that as well as show a little bit on the distribution side, I don't see a downside to it.
His defense got better too.
It did get better.
Yeah.
And he got bigger. But Grimes,
he's bigger.
Grimes and Exum are going to cancel each other out. I think that's what's going to happen. I think one of them two fits that mold. They both are kind of the same type of player. So one of the two can get more minutes, right? I then think it comes down to Dinwiddie and Jaden Hardy. It's going to be how is Dinwiddie washed and he can't do nothing, or is Jaden Hardy like better than him basically at this point? 14. Is he younger enough to do enough?
Kid, Kid, if he's given the choice, is going to go with the older player every time. Sorry for interrupting. You had to say it.
No, you good, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's going to basically come down to Dinwiddie or Jaden Hardy. He's got to outperform Dinwiddie.
The only bright spot in that was during the finals when Hardy showed up and when nobody else did. And so he was forced to play Hardy, and Hardy actually did produce.
You are 100% right. It's been we ain't need to see the finals to see that though, Big J. It's been other times during the season, but he always goes back. You feel me? Jason Kidd always. This is a good problem to have in a way, but it's like Jaden Hardy is coming up on a contract. That's the thing. That's like, and Dinwiddie only got a 1 year, so the best way would be to showcase Jaden Hardy. He would be the perfect way, and he would go into his next contract or whatever.
I don't think we're gonna pay Hardy.
I don't know if y'all think Hardy gonna play more than Dinwiddie?
Well, but here's the problem.
No.
Grimes on a 1 year deal too.
Yeah, but Grimes is trying to get another contract. Grimes is trying to get a better contract. So that's what I'm saying. I think Grimes going to stay, and Exum may be gone if Grimes does. But I think the Jaden Hardy, are we going to pay Jaden Hardy? And what is Jaden Hardy going to take? That's the question. Like, is Jaden Hardy going to take a Josh Green type contract, or is Jaden Hardy going to go somewhere else and say, bro, I can hoop 20 a game?
I think it goes to who he wants to be. I mean, the thing is, if we win a championship this year, do you want to be, do you want to be on a championship playing behind Kai and all these other dudes, or do you want to go play for the Wizards like Kuzma did? You know what I mean?
Yep. He's basically Kuzma is going to be. That's what it's going to be, something like that.
But hey, Ruggs, want to say some last words here, man. Finna get ready to wrap this up, man. Because me and King got another show we got to do on Playback here in about less than 30 minutes. So
I'm sorry. I just
you good. The floor is yours,
when I popped on.
We know you the Jaden Hardy, just super fan. So it's all yours. The floor is yours, Ruggs. Go ahead, get your points.
Yep. I like Jaden Hardy. I also like Klay Thompson's new colorway. That's pretty sick.
I'm getting those. I saw TGK said I told Rel I'm gonna grab him plays just because he's on the team and it's the colorway. I'm gonna grab him.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like that sparkling silver on there.
I don't really like Klay Thompson, but I like those shoes.
I'm telling you, Klay Thompson gonna be a difference for us, man. I really think so. Klay Thompson. I know he's saying all the right things. Like Klay Thompson's at that point in his career, like he's at the perfect point in his career for us because he no longer wants to be the dude. He wants to fit in and show he can still play, and he wants rings. He wants to get more rings in the organization that said he wasn't worth anything to get a ring anymore. Klay Thompson is going to do everything in his power to help the Dallas Mavericks get a ring.
Oh, I don't deny that he's good and he's Hall of Famer, all that. I just don't like him. I don't even know why I don't like him. I just don't like his face.
Oh, okay. Let me see. But yeah, man, we're gonna put everybody backstage here, man.
Appreciate you, Ruggs, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate everybody. Big J, BJ finally got on the screen. Appreciate you, bro.
Richard, appreciate you.
Nancy.
Oh, sorry, Richard.
Richard, what you saying?
He said he's yeah, my bad. I ain't mean to cut him off, but yeah.
Johnny B too. I don't think I said Johnny.
Yeah, appreciate Johnny B too, man. Hey, and Johnny B, continue your crusade, man, on that on the OKC slander too, bro. I'm here for it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because folks need to hear it, man.
I don't do that because you gotta finish the job. You feel me? Like that's the only thing. It always comes back to bite you if you don't finish the job. That's why I like waiting to the end.
Well, no, it's still you beat this team 2 series before you finished. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I know Johnny B.
That's why he's saying it. Like
say they ended the 4th seed or something like that. Johnny B. gonna be going all in, right? But still,
Listen.
you got to go through the playoffs too. Is all I understand. I'm just
this is my thing though. If you talk about us being like a 4th seed and they being higher or whatever, I've learned over the last 2 out of 3 years that it don't matter what seed we are, bro. If you got Luka and Kyrie and a great supporting cast, we can get to the finals, bro.
I'm saying it the opposite way. So no. So say we got the 1st seed and they got the 4th seed, and we yelling, jumping for joy, saying the Mavericks got it. OKC ain't that good. What I'm saying is you got to go to the playoffs. Like wild stuff happens in the playoffs, and I don't want to be you don't want to jump for joy and then or talk all that trash and then have to back it up. Keep your words short and sweet, as I was told, because you may have to eat them later on. I don't want to lose and then be like, damn, OKC in the Western Conference Finals, we lost 1st round because something happened.
Hey, this is when your confidence kicking in, King, right here. We saw the circumstances that Luka lost before he got to the Western Conference Finals is because he had a team that wasn't good around him.
You're right.
Now you have a team good around him. He's getting to the Western Conference Finals and beyond.
If we healthy, bro, we winning it all. I told y'all that. I truly believe that. I'm betting on us this year. I am going to bet on us this year. I'm putting money on the Mavericks to win it all. I'm that confident.
I trust Luka and Kyrie, bro.
I do too. I trust players.
Like I said, I've seen him. I've seen enough. I've seen what these two. Yeah. So I believe these guys gonna be. And I believe these guys gonna be even better than they were last year. So that's why I said like
Washington was going in like I brought that point up. I know we try and end it. This is the last statement. PJ Washington came into the league last year thinking he was going to try to compete to be a number 1 guy or number 2 guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he knows he's like a 4, 5, that type of guy. He's knocked down your 3, finish this up, PJ Washington. He's a smart enough player, and he has heart. He's a dog, and he wants to play for this team. He's going to do whatever he can to help this team win, bro. When you got guys that are more talented than what they do, that's when you win. That's why I love this team, and I'm done.
Welcome home, PJ Washington.
Welcome home. Quentin Grimes. All that.
Yeah. All right, man. Listen, guys, we definitely appreciate everybody rocking with your boys for another episode of We Talk Mavs, guys. Members only edition. I'd like to thank the members for joining us here on the stage. Talk Dallas Mavs with us. Listen, man, if you want to be just like these folks, want to be just like the new member of the channel, Big J. I'm sorry, not Big J. BJ. I apologize. You could hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button, man, and become a member of the channel, man. And that will get you up here on the stage, man. That'll get you here, being able to conversate and comment here in the comment section and stuff like that. And also, too, you'll be eligible for giveaways when we start doing our giveaways here pretty soon.
Real close.
Very, very close. Yeah, I don't even know how many. I think we like less than 30, I think. Oh, no, less than 40.
I think it was
about 30.
With 31.
Oh, okay. Oh, so 31 away. Yeah. So yeah, man, try to help us get that little 31 that we need, man, to make it to our next goal of 3K. We definitely would have much appreciated. Also, too, man, like we said, you guys can join us right after this show here at 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. We have another Hoops Goats episode, man, with our guest Wilson Tsai. Magic versus the Nets. Y'all finally going to see a man that could have been Luka before Luka. RIP to Dragan Petrovic. He passed away in 1992. It was a game he played against Shaq and against Nick Anderson when he dropped 50 points, man. So yeah, and it was a year right before they drafted Penny Hardaway. So no Penny in this game, but yeah, man, y'all get to see Petrovic, man. That dude was a beast, man. So RIP to him, man. Like I said, he passed away in 92. But we had that game on here, man, in about less than 30 minutes, less than 20 minutes now. So we'll be doing that over at Playback, man. So follow us on Playback. It's absolutely free. Just download the app, guys, and follow us at Glowsun Production on Playback. Also, too, guys, you can follow me on my other channel, guys, because we geeked. When we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Transformer 1 came out this weekend, so me and Cuz, well, I don't know if we're gonna talk about it because Cuz got some stuff he got to do. So we might not be able to talk about it this week. We'll probably talk about it next week. But I'm going to see that tomorrow. My wife just texted me. I'm going to go see that tomorrow. So we'll probably talk about that next week. I hate that, but it's all good. I know Cuz gonna be busy. But other than that, man, Penguin show came out this weekend. Agatha All Along came out. I've seen the first 2 episodes of that. So we'll kind of we'll give our opinions on those 2 shows and let y'all know what we think. y'all come on over there and join us, man. We talk about everything in the geek culture involving movies and television, man. So also, too, guys, follow my boys Jay and Will. Yes, sir. Follow Jay and Will, man, for all football conversations, man, over at Jay and Will Podcast here on YouTube. They have shows every Sunday morning, man, before the kickoff of all the football games that start on Sundays, man. So they kind of give you a rundown of all the games that's going to happen from Sunday all the way up to the next Sunday. So the Monday game, the Thursday game, and I guess they got games on Fridays now. I thought you was an expert. So yeah. So they talk about all. There you go. Or Keyshawn. So they have all those games, guys. They talk about all those football games, stuff like that, man, on their show. So guys, please follow them over there. May help them grow their channel. They are part of our network here on Glow Sun Production, man. So please help them grow their channel, guys. Be into football content. All right, King, you think it's something forgetting, man?
Share, more share, guys. Like is equivalent of a share. We appreciate y'all so much. As Relle already said, on our way to our next goal of 3K. We're less than 40 away, I believe. Help us get there, please. We're trying to get there before the next season. Giveaways at 3K. We already got some prepared. Then 5K, swingman jerseys, 10K, authentic jerseys. We're going from there. So help us get all the way there. And on Playback as well, follow us there. We're going over there next. We're on our way to our first 500 there. We're over 300 now. I know a lot of folks have joined us. You can join us for Hoop Ghost, but also do We Talk Kayfabe for wrestling events for Raw and SmackDown. So check us out over there too.
And we'll be streaming all the Dallas Mavericks games on there this coming season, man, starting with the preseason games. So you guys can follow us over there at Playback, man. But listen, man, with all that being said, man, it is your boys, Relle and King of We Talk Mavs. We Talk Dallas Mavs from a fan's perspective. We'll be back here on Tuesday, guys. But you can follow us over at Playback. We'll start our show here in about 15 minutes or so. Same map time, same map channel, Little Mavs, and we out, y'all.